This is Your Business, the business show that gets all up in your business. I'm your host, Craig Atler, and tonight I'm talking to Bob Neff, an expert in the art of interpreting body language. Bob is the author of Your Body Makes Noises, and tonight he's going to tell us how body language can help us in the business world. Bob, it's great to have you here.
Well, I can see you mean that by the way you're sitting. You have a very open posture, arms are at your sides, you're leaning forward with obvious interest. These are all good signs for a successful encounter.
Well, you certainly seem to know your stuff.
I can also tell you're into Tom Petty.
That's probably the posters.
Yes.
So, Bob, when you walk into a meeting, what's the first thing you look for?
Well, this may surprise you, but I look at people's feet. I make some excuse, drop my pen, or pretend to throw up, and look under the table to see which way people's feet are pointing. If they're pointing toward the door, they want to leave. If they're pointing east, that means they want to go to Boston, which is east of here.
What if they're pointing in different directions?
Oh, well, that can take a while to figure out. I once had to stay under a table for about half an hour working on that.
Did anyone ask what you were doing down there?
I told them I was afraid of a moth. They seemed to accept that.
What do you look at next?
The hands. Are they curled in a fist? Are they blocking the face? Are they missing any fingers? That can tell you a lot.
And then you put together a picture and see if your audience is going to be receptive.
That's right. For instance, looking at you, I can tell by your feet and from your hands touching your face that you're totally into me.
I beg your pardon?
I don't happen to swing that way myself, but those are definitely the signals you're putting out.
Mr. Neff, I'm sorry if you got the wrong impression.
Oh, it's all right. I'm used to it. Every time I meet a group of people, large or small, at least a few of them are secretly into me.
Every single time?
Oh, yes. But I've learned not to be distracted by it. That would be unprofessional. I pursue those leads later, outside a business setting.
And as a result, are you constantly having sex?
Well, that's the funny thing with body language. People express feelings they don't even know they have. I'll show them what they're doing to lead me on, but they still argue. Why do you argue with science?
That must be frustrating.
It does get lonely being the only person who knows there's any flirting going on.
One last question. How should I interpret your body language right now?
Well, let's see how much you've learned. Why don't you describe what I'm doing?
Okay. You're curled up in a fetal position on my desk.
That is correct.
One hand, you keep pulling at your hair, and the other hand is covering your eyes very tightly.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it hurts.
It does.
And your feet are pointing east, so you're thinking about Boston.
That's absolutely right.
Well, thank you, Bob Neff, for this fascinating look at body language. That's it for today on Your Business. Come back tomorrow when we get marketing tips from a cult leader.